All right, let's get right into it because Google just dropped something huge. And I'm not talking about a small update here. This is a massive leap forward in artificial intelligence. It's already starting to change the game for developers, creators, and researchers, you name it. And look, that's not just some marketing hype. That's what people who've actually gotten their hands on it are saying. We're talking about a fundamental shift in what we thought AI was even capable of. So let's break down what this really means for you. Okay, so let's get specific. The model we're talking about is called Gemini 3 Pro. And honestly, it's about to completely redefine what we expect from our AI tools. And again, this is so much more than a minor tweak. Think of it like Google just leveled up this model in every single category, turning it into a kind of AI Swiss Army knife. It can reason through super complex problems, it can remember a crazy amount of information, and it can come up with some incredibly creative stuff. Okay, so what are these new superpowers? Well, the first one is just its raw intelligence and performance. And believe me, the early benchmarks that got out, they're making a lot of people sit up and pay attention. Just look at this chart from some leaked benchmark data. The difference is, well, it's pretty stark, right? On something called the MMLU, which is a really, really tough test for an AI's reasoning skills, Gemini 3 Pro is just blowing past its biggest rivals, from OpenAI and Anthropic. But what does a higher score on a chart actually mean for you in the real world? It means you're getting an AI that thinks more deeply, more clearly. It means you get answers you can trust more with way fewer mistakes. And this is a big one, it means a lot less of those weird, totally made-up hallucinations that we've all seen from other AIs. Okay, now, check out this number. 1 million. What in the world does that mean when we're talking about AI? Well, simply put, it's a complete game changer when it comes to memory. That huge number, that's its context window, measured in tokens. And you can just think of tokens as tiny pieces of words or text. So to put that into perspective, you could literally feed it the entire Harry Potter series, all 7 books, and then ask it about some tiny obscure detail from book 1, and it would remember it perfectly. Its short-term memory is just gigantic. But here's the thing, it's not just about words and text. Not even close. Gemini 3 Pro can see, it can hear, and it can watch video. And it can do it all at the same time. This idea has a technical name. It's called multimodality. And all that really means is that the AI can understand and process different kinds of information all at once. So it's not just reading text on its own. It's making connections between text, images, audio, all of it. So think about what that means. You could give it a technical diagram, an audio clip of a user complaining about a bug, and the relevant chunk of code. It can take all of that in, the visual, the audio, the text, and figure out exactly what the problem is and how to fix it. I mean, for anyone in a creative or technical field, that is a massive game changer. And speaking of technical fields, let's talk about coding, because this is where Gemini 3 Pro really starts to show off. People are already calling it Google's best vibe coding model yet. That basically means you can just describe the vibe or the function you're going for in plain English, and it can actually turn that into real working code. And we're not talking about simple little scripts here. This thing can build the entire framework for a new app from scratch. It can solve programming problems that you'd see in high-level competitions. It can debug code like a seasoned senior engineer. And it can even generate clean, modern UIs that are pretty much ready to use. Okay, so this all sounds amazing, right? Incredibly powerful. But the big question is, how can you actually start using it? Let's get into the practical details. First up, the cost. How much is all this power going to set you back? Well, for developers using the API, Google has a tiered system based on those tokens we mentioned earlier. For your average size prompts, you're looking at $2 per million tokens on the way in and 12 for what comes out. Now, if you're using that massive 1 million token context window, the price does go up a bit, which makes sense. But here's what's really interesting. Even though it's smarter and better at reasoning, its price is super competitive. In fact, for a lot of jobs, it's actually cheaper than one of its main rivals, Claude Sonnet 4.5. And Google is clearly trying to get this into as many hands as possible. You can play with it right now in the free tier of AI Studio. You can build with it through the API. If you're a big company, you can use it through Vertex AI. Plus, it's being baked into the main Gemini app, and it's what's powering those AI overviews in Google Search. Seriously, they want this thing everywhere. So, when you step back and look at everything we've talked about, what does it all add up to? It's pretty clear this isn't just another tool. It's something more, like a new kind of creative and technical partner. Yeah, this quote really nails it. Gemini 3 Pro isn't something you just give orders to. It's something you actually work with. I mean, just imagine having a teammate who can be your coding partner, who can analyze a massive document for you, who can give you design feedback, and who can brainstorm new ideas with you, all at the same time. For anyone who builds or creates or engineers anything, this is going to be one of the most important tools out there for the next few years, for sure. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We've just witnessed a huge step up in what's even possible with this technology. So the question isn't just what can AI do anymore? The real question is, when you have a creative partner that's this powerful, what are you going to build first?